This is Harold Knight. He's co-founder of Knight and Hale Game Calls with his partner David Hale, and they've been in the hunting business for the last 40 years. They've traveled the world. They've taken probably as much, if not more, game than any professional hunters I know of. Harold, I know you bow hunt a lot, but I also know you shoot a rifle. What rifle do you shoot? What caliber bullet? What scope? And why?
Well, I shoot a Browning rifle, and I shoot a caliber is a 7 millimeter '08, which is a good gun. It's got a 140 grain bullet. It doesn't kick. I got it because I let my grandkids use it too, and it's just a good all-around deer gun. Now, it's not a good elk gun, but it's got a 140 grain bullet, and you can actually uh, kill something with it, 200, 250 yards pretty easy. And I don't like to shoot much further than that. And I got 30-06s, and but I shoot a Browning gun, and I usually shoot the bolt action. And the bullets usually I'm still partial to Winchester. Winchester makes a great bullet, and I shoot the 140 grain bullet.
What scope and binoculars are you using, Harold?
I use different kinds. I don't have a sponsor, and I'm not pushing anybody. I like the Leica binoculars. I like the Burris binoculars. The Leica's got a rangefinder on them where I can actually look and range at the same time. I really like that concept, and they're good glass in them. I can look through them all day and not get cross-eyed, and I really like that.
What about the scope?
Oh, I've got various kinds of scopes on my guns. I've got everything from Burris to Leopold to whatever. I'd look for not the cheapest scope, but a good medium range scope, and something I'll put it up and where that I can visually see out of it good and adjust it to my eye good. And a lot of time I'll purchase one if I can do that.
Okay, thank you, sir. All right, bow, arrow, and broadhead. We've got with us today Harold Knight, co-founder of Knight and Hale Game Calls. And Harold, I know that you and your partner David Hale have probably taken as many, if not more, deer with a bow than anybody in the country. What bow are you shooting and why? What broadhead and what arrow shaft?
All right, I'm shooting Matthews bow, and last year I shot the Z. Which one is it? They got so many of them, but the Matthews bow, and I'm shooting two broadheads. I have a collapsible broadhead that Hank Parker makes. It's a Swacker, I believe.
Yeah.
And then I have a Muzzy. I've shot Muzzy for years. I keep going back to Muzzy 3 blade because I've had so much luck with it, penetrating good and leaving a good blood trail. And they not only penetrate good, John, but on the arrow shaft, the Carbon Express arrow shaft I'm shooting, they fly so good with it, with the little vanes, and I really like that. I'm shooting them through a whisker biscuit on my bow, and it just makes a good combination. And I'll tell you something I've noticed over the years, bows are so much faster now than they were when I first started. And when I first started in the 50s, it's total different bow hunting for deer. Now you got these compound bows at 55 pound. I shot through a bull elk at 55 pound one. They penetrate and shoot so much harder and so much faster that you don't need a 75 pound pull bow down. So it makes it easier on us old guys pulling them back where you should pull a 55 pound pull bow back. And I use the same bow now for elk, turkey, and deer.
So you get a good bow that you like to shoot with a good broadhead and arrow setup, and you just stay with it, don't you?
Absolutely. I've shot Matthews for a long time, and their product is great. I'm talking about they make a great bow, and each year they usually come out with a new one. I always wonder how they're going to improve it, but they seem to do it every year.
Okay, thank you, Harold.